Hello, and welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James.
I'm Sarah.
And first things first, we want to apologize for not being around recently. I think our last episode was posted middle or early of June, and it's now almost the 10th of July. So fun times. One thing I will start off by saying is we are going to be adjusting the upload schedule. Before we were uploading them on Fridays. So today or now going forward, we're going to be doing our uploads on a Monday instead of a Friday. So that's the first little bit of adjustment that we're changing around for our podcast right now. Today, we don't really have a topic. One of the things that we really wanted to do is just kind of get together since Sarah has gone back to Texas and just have a quick chat and do some catch up and talk about some crazy things maybe that have happened in the last couple of weeks and see where things are going.
Sounds good to me.
So Sarah, how's it feel to have your own place and actually have somewhere to live now?
Oh my God, it feels great. I still need to go and finish emptying out my storage unit. And I still need to get a real bed. But it's really nice. It's nice having a place, and like everybody, because I have 3 roommates, they're all fantastic. And actually 2 of my roommates went to Indiana University. So, and one of my roommates is from Indiana. So
it's funny. I'm finding out that there are a couple of people that they have their dogs, and I feel bad because I don't know their names, but I know their dogs' names. But
right.
That's all that matters, right?
Yes.
One of them is actually from Indiana. She went to, or she used to live in, I think she said Vincennes or West Lafayette. I think it was West Lafayette is where she lived.
Yeah. My roommate, she used to live in Lake County, I think is what she said, up near Chicago.
I think it's funny. She said she misses Indiana, and I was like, I couldn't wait to get away from Indiana.
Like, I miss aspects of Indiana, but
I mean, I miss getting to see my family, some of them.
right.
So what else has been going on in Sarah's life over the last few weeks?
Well, I have a job interview on Monday.
That's exciting.
I'm very excited.
Ooh, do we want to talk about your stupid job interview thing that happened?
Oh my God. Yeah, we can.
Cover that trauma again?
Oh my God. That was such a nightmare. What the?
So, a funny story. I just watched so go ahead and walk through what kind of happened with your job first, and then I'll tell you about the story I watched.
Okay. So, I had applied to a position through LinkedIn, and I got a request for an interview, and I was just like, okay, sweet. This is awesome. This is perfect. Fantastic. So originally the interviewer had told me it was only going to take like 15, 20 minutes, and it ended up taking over an hour. But at the end, she said she really liked me and she would get back to me as soon as, she knew what was going on. So I get an email saying that they have, that they want to hire me and that they're going to be sending paperwork for me to fill out and take care of and blah, blah, blah. So I did all of that. And then they sent me a check that was supposed to be used to buy like stuff for my home office. And that's where it got kind of sketchy. And we were like, well, wait. And then my mom found out through Instagram sleuthing that while the company that I had applied for the job with was a legitimate company, they had their logo and everything was being used by scammers. So
The funniest thing is when we actually looked at the check, instead of CITI Bank, it was CITY Bank.
Mm.
So I mean, That's a good one too. So the I actually posted about it on my LinkedIn. Um and just like I guess everyone that follows me or that is linked to my LinkedIn, they hadn't heard of it, but then I just saw a news story yesterday in I think it was um Alabama where the same thing had happened but with a different company. Like it was literally the exact same thing. They applied for the job, but it was not on LinkedIn. It was on Indeed, I think.
Mm,
So they applied for the job on Indeed. They got an email. I think they said they got a text message actually first, and then they got an email setting up the meeting. They did an interview. They actually sent them a letter and a physical check. Um, I think that was the only difference, and it wasn't the Citibank check. It was like the actual. I think he was working for a bank. It was a check from that bank that he was working for, or that he was quote unquote working for, that sent him the check. And when he went to go cash it, to actually, because he was going to cash it and actually buy the product,
mhm.
the banker was like, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Can you do me a favor and do a little bit more investigation into the company? And they actually called the company and found out that it was fake. So he was going to deposit it into his account, and the banker was like, I can't do this.
Oof.
So he got saved by the banker. So it's really crazy how that stuff happens.
I don't understand like the point of scamming people who are looking for a job.
I don't either. And like with that, I don't really understand it because like they weren't asking you to cash the check and send them money.
No.
So it's like what do they get out of it? I don't know. That's what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Other than the satisfaction of, hey, this person's going to be out a bounced check or a turned check fee.
Yeah. But it's just like, it makes no sense to me. I was really upset about that too, because it was like from the description and everything, it was something that was totally in my wheelhouse. Like that was a job that I could have done very easily because it's a job I've done before. But like, anyway, so.
It's a very interesting, but also kind of screwed up thing that happened. So what's the new job that you're interviewing for? What is it?
So this one is for a company called Massage Envy. And I'm just going to be a front desk person. But I get like a free massage once a month.
I feel like I've heard of that before.
Discounts and whatnot. So I'm just going to be a secretary, essentially checking people in, scheduling people for appointments, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, we have one in Providence.
Nice.
So I was like, I've seen that somewhere before. That'd
Yeah.
be why, because there's one just down the road in Providence, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm. So if I get the job, I'll be working near IKEA, which is fun. And it's literally only 7 minutes from me. So yeah.
So one weird thing or fun thing that I've been doing recently is I've started driving for Amazon, which is a devil corporation, but like has been the easiest thing to kind of just get quick money. And I'll say the first experience, I'll talk about the experience first real quick. So you apply, they do a background check, and then you have to register your vehicle with them so that they know what kind of car you have. I think it has to be newer than a 2012 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have an SUV, it's preferred. So you register your car, let them know what insurance you have. Then they do a background check. They do a license check. And once you're approved, you can start driving for them. Basically what happens, you have to download this app. It's called Amazon Flex. This is by no means an ad, because we don't get paid aside from when I drive. So it's called Amazon Flex, and you basically download this app, and you have these this schedule of offerings that you can choose from in your area. and you can drive for however long the offering is. So the first time I did it, it was like a 4-hour offering, and it was $92 to drive and deliver their packages for $92 for 4 hours, which isn't bad. But the app screwed up or something, or they overbooked people or something. And the first time I couldn't actually drive, so I went to check in, and the guy, one of the supervisors working, actually checked, like said that they were overbooked, so he canceled my trip, but I still got paid $92, so I didn't even drive that time. And then the second time I went, I got there. So you have to be there within no later than 5 minutes after your start of your block. I got there at 3 minutes after and went to go check in, and the app was not loading, and it didn't load until 8 minutes after my block started. So it locked me out of starting my block. So the second time I went to do it, I couldn't do it. So I basically got kicked off the block. But I've done it now. I think this was the 4th or 5th time after, and I've actually driven and delivered packages for people. And it's not terrible. I will say where we live, the closest one that usually has openings available is like 30 miles away. So I have to drive pretty far to go collect the packages to start delivering. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, I think today I drove a total of, after I left, 60 miles. Oof. So that kind of sucks. But like, it was $92. I have another one. The second one I did was $132 for 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Right.
And then I have another one scheduled for Sunday that I'm going to do. It's just a quick and easy way to make some money.
Yeah.
I think the fun thing is I'm getting to see some of the really awesome houses, like the places I delivered today. They were money houses. Like, these people had money.
Nice.
The houses, I would say most of the houses I delivered to today, there's no way they cost less than $1 million to buy.
Oof. I can't even imagine having $1 million. Like, let alone buying a house for $1 million.
No. But that's, I mean, aside from work and taking care of the little man, and Ryan's been working a lot, so that's been fun. But that's pretty much all I've been up to. At work, You were here? Wait, what?
Ouch.
At work, we decided who we were going to hire for the other job, and she starts not this coming Monday, but the Monday afterwards on the 18th, which is exciting. So we'll get a new team member, and I'll get to start training her, my coworker / boss, which I really don't consider her my boss. But she is out starting September because she has some surgery that she's going to have to go through. She's going to be out for a little over a month.
Oof.
Yeah.
What about your promotion?
Not allowed to say anything yet.
Because
it's not been announced, and I haven't received a
offer
letter or anything yet.
But
once I receive an offer letter, I can talk about it.
Fingers and toes crossed.
Yep. It's definitely happening. It's just when it's happening, it's kind of the question. And then my other question is, if it happens later, are they putting it off so that when our end of year reviews come in, am I going to get screwed out of a merit increase? That's what came into my mind as to why they're waiting to actually make it happen. Which, from a business standpoint, kind of makes sense, but I'm a person that needs money because everything costs a lot more now than it did even when I moved here in November. And from what I can understand or what I've been told, our rent is going up whenever I renew my lease, at least at minimum $100 a month.
Oof.
So that's fun too.
I don't understand. Okay. I do not understand why landlords will raise the rent every year. Don't you want to keep people in the apartments? Like,
So it has to do with um I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like every year it the market goes up if the market in the area is adjusted. So they adjust the rent for what the market is. I mean, you would think at some point there's obviously got to be a cap because like you can't raise rent and just continue to raise rent for people.
I think the thing that irritates me the most, though, is that, like, for example, the apartment that I was living in Austin, Austin proper, they like raised the rent by like $200, but they're like they were still accepting people in at the old rate.
See, that doesn't make sense. It does seem like you would want to say, "Oh, you've been in the apartment. I know that you pay your rent on a regular basis." You would want to keep that person.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense because you're also losing the time that you would have to do. So you're losing time because you have to clean the apartment before someone else moves in. You also have to like shampoo the carpets if there's something wrong with if there are carpets, and repaint sometimes, although I don't think they repainted in here before we moved in, which is kind of obnoxious.
Right.
So they're losing money when someone moves out, because I say that, but then they also take that person's money out of that person's security deposit.
Yeah. But they're still losing money because what if they don't have somebody else to fill that apartment?
Yeah, but right now the housing market's so crazy that they have more than likely have a waiting list.
I guess it kind of depends on where you are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's stupid to penalize people who've been there and have been good tenants by raising their rent to exorbitant amounts.
Especially if you're not doing any improvements to the apartment.
Exactly.
Like, I could understand if they put in electric car charging areas, or they updated the gym, which I haven't been into, which I need to find out where it is. Or they were updating the appliances and giving me a new stove or a new oven. Something that is like, there's a reason for the rent to be going up.
Yeah.
But as it is right now, it's like everything's the same. I'm not getting anything extra.
Yeah. There's no new amenities. There's no, nothing's been updated. I remember with my apartment, nothing had been updated, like anywhere in the complex at all. And like, part of it is you're paying for the amenities, not just like the apartment itself. And like for a year, we weren't even able to use the amenities, like because of COVID and everything. So it's just like, why? And then they raised the rent on us. And it's just like, why are you raising the rent when things are crazy and y'all aren't even doing anything to improve it? You're messing with stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. We're at a fireside.
I see that.
Changing it. I mean, I understand it from a business standpoint, but it sucks from a tenant standpoint. And then it's like, I right, it's really hard to find a new place because then you have to save money for the the new places security deposit and their first month's rent while you're still paying rent in another place. And that all has to be done like months before you even move.
Yeah.
So you have to have the money to put down. And around here, it's like I looked in, I was trying to find something closer to to Quincy where I work. And it was like, when I looked, they were over $2,000 a month. And I'm like, it's $1,900 a month here, which is insane. And it's like, I can barely afford that.
Right.
I don't, that's the other thing. It's like, even with my promotion, I don't know what my raise is going to be. If I'd better get a raise, otherwise, what's the point in getting a promotion?
Right.
And if it's anything, it's going to be basically taken away because my rent's going to go up in November anyways.
Yeah, but at least you'll have some time to maybe save.
It's hard to save when I'm spending everything.
No, I know.
That's the thing. It's like,
but I'm just saying, like, if you get a raise, though, maybe you'll have an opportunity to save some.
If I get a raise, it'll be in either August or September. My rent's going to go up in November. So it's maybe 2 months that I'm going to have that higher pay before. And if anything, it's probably like maybe a couple of $100 more per month or more per paycheck that I'm going to be getting. I get currently. Like it sucks because I even adjusted my 401k down. So instead of the 6% where Boston matches up to 6%, I adjusted it down to 1% right now to kind of help out with being able to have some extra money for right now until things get adjusted and changed. And I just got that first paycheck with that on it, so that helped a little bit. Like $100 more a paycheck.
There you go.
But it's crazy. So what else has been going on with Sarah?
Well, I've been in school, so that's been exciting. I'm glad that I'm taking my classes online because yesterday 2 of the locations had bomb threats, so they had to evacuate. Luckily, I take all my classes online, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's insanely interesting because every new hire orientation, I have to read through the presentation, and it's like, if you receive a bomb threat, here's what you have to do. And I'm like, I've never dealt with a bomb threat. Knock on wood. It's like, I've never dealt with a bomb threat for the over 12 years I've worked for Boston Scientific. So it's like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
But I do say, I mean, we are close to Boston, Massachusetts, where they did have the marathon bombing not too long ago.
That was a while ago.
When was that? 2016?
2013, I think.
Let's look it up.
There we go. But yeah, I was just like, okay, bomb threats. And then like the very next day.
2013, you're right.
Yeah, I knew it was a while ago. But like then the next day I got a text saying that somebody got assaulted on campus at one of the locations, and I was just like, I'm really glad I don't go to in-person classes right now. Good God. But yeah, that's been about it, is class and getting adjusted to being back in Texas, planning your courses for next semester.
When does your next semester start?
August. I think it's August 22nd. I think. I know that my last day of
That's
class,
a Monday.
I know my last day of class for this semester is the 8th. So yeah, I think there's a 2-week break in there.
I'm excited. I'm going back to school as well to get my master's.
Yep.
Excited, but not looking forward to it too much.
Right, because you have to do school on top of all the other work you're already doing.
Yeah. I think thankfully the school, from what I understand, I don't have seminars. So I don't actually have to go to a live, not go to, but attend a live seminar. So everything's basically like you work on it on your own. And you can reach out to an instructor if you need to, if you have questions or issues with something.
That sounds nice.
Which is kind of exciting, kind of scary at the same time. It's also, I'm like, I don't really want to do it, but I kind of do. But I also really want to do it because I don't want to have to start paying my student loans back. Yeah.
Oof. I don't want to do that either.
My first class is August 24th is when my first class starts.
Nice.
And it's 50 credit hours. So there's 10 classes. Is that right? This is five credits per class. So that would be 10 classes, yeah.
Jesus.
I'm not taking 10 classes at once.
No, I know, but like 5 credit hours per class is a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I think all of ours have been, I think the lowest I've had is 5. They've either been 5 or 6 credit hours.
Yeah, no. So I'm currently taking 6 credit hours with 2 classes. And next semester I'll be taking 13 credit hours with 4 classes.
So it's like 3.
Yeah, on average.
3, yeah.
My Korean class is 4 credit hours.
So I have they're 6-week classes, or they're 10 6-week classes, and it goes. My first class is 6 weeks. My first class is 6 weeks, and then my second class starts so it starts 6 weeks after that, and then I have a week off, and then it starts up again. But I did look at my expected graduation date, and it's a year and like 2 months from the time I start.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Yeah, you're going to be even more tired than you already are.
I don't think I'll be driving for Amazon for them at that time.
Yeah. You're not going to have time.
No. All right. So I think let's take a quick break, and we'll break down and set up again, and then we'll come back.
Oakley dokley.
All right. Be right back. All right, and we are back. So what?
I just had a song stuck in my head, so.
Okay. So I think the last thing what were we talking about last?
Getting your raise.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. So the other thing, that's not anything that's probably going to happen anytime soon. But there's a possibility that there's going to be a job opening in the global market, or the global team, that I'm going to apply for if it does come open. And I told Ryan that if I do get that job, depending on how much I'm making with it, we may look at moving back to California.
That'd be nice.
I really miss California. I really liked all the people I worked with over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was California.
I mean, yeah. We'll be spread back out like we were before.
Yeah.
Sam on one coast, you on the other, and me in the middle.
I mean, I don't mind the East Coast. Yeah, the East Coast. It's not as nice as the West Coast.
It's fair.
Like the weather was so good over there. Aside from the fires.
You know.
Just the fires. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit of fire.
Just a little fire, barely worth mentioning, of course. No, but speaking of fires, there was a fire between here. So I'm in Round Rock. So between Round Rock and Killeen, which is like an hour and some change away, that was like 600 acres of fire just chilling. I'm like, what the fuck? The good news is that I am not near it. But it was still like, man, I really came back at a good time, huh?
So I'm going to talk a little bit about some TikToks that I've been watching lately.
Okay.
I found this one, and let me see if I can find what her name is real quick. She's hilarious. So I've been getting into like these like office. They talk about like here's what happens in my office type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, who is it? No. I just like going for videos. I'll go there. But she like answers her boss or talks to her boss like kind of like a Gen Z. Is that what the new generation is? The Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Anytime they ask her to do anything, she's like, am I going to get more money for this? And the answer's like no, and she's like, okay, then bye. no thank you. Unless I get more money, then I don't want to do it. Or she was on the Zoom call or a conference call at one point, and she said, I should have remembered her name. It's Sarah is Threads.
All right, continue.
So at Sarah is Threads is what her screen name is. But she was like on a Zoom call or something, and it was like showed the time, and it was 4:59, and then it switched to 5, and she shut her computer down and walked away, and she got a phone call from her boss, and she was like, hey, I noticed that you kind of left the meeting early. And she's like, yeah, the meeting was at 5. And she was like, well, we had some stuff that we still needed to discuss. And she's like, well, I'm sorry you didn't plan the meeting out better and you ran over, but my time ends at 5, so I logged off at 5. She was like, but we still needed to talk. She was like, okay, we can talk about it Monday. I'm leaving for the weekend. I have plans in 15 minutes. I gotta go. She's like, okay, bye. So she basically just kept cutting them off and was like, you can't talk. I'm leaving. I'm not on the clock. I gotta go. Bye. It's very funny.
Nice.
Those are a lot of her videos. My desk is going up. Uno momento, por favor.
Honestly, though, I wish that I could be that like upfront and be like, no, because like seriously, my time is just as valuable as theirs.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand is why do people think their time is more valuable than anyone else? The same thing with like all these public freakouts where someone doesn't get their way, so they throw a fit. It's like, why are you throwing a fit? What are you going to get from that fit that you're throwing right now?
Right.
Other than you're going to get recorded and someone's going to post it online and you're going to look like a fool.
Yeah. No, I don't understand that either. I'm just like
grow up, be an adult. You wouldn't let your kids act like that, although some people may let their kids act like that.
Just like, seriously, I don't know, but companies really are out here thinking that our time isn't valuable. And like unfortunately, because of like poverty levels and whatnot, that's kind of true. Is just like we kind of just have to do it because we need the money.
Yeah. So I thought what we could do at the end of this, because we're coming up on the end, is do something that's like a trivia quiz.
A trivia quiz.
Yeah. So like I'll ask you trivia questions, or we'll talk a little bit about some trivia.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. So the first one: which monarch officially made Valentine's Day a holiday in 1537?
Oh, that was Henry the Eighth.
Yes. Yep. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903?
Marie Curie.
Mm-hmm. Marie Curie. Marie Curie?
Yeah, Marie Curie.
Worship of the Krishna is observed by which religious faith?
Hinduism.
Yes. Demolition of the Berlin Wall separating East and West Germany began in what year?
Did you say demolition?
Yes.
I know it was in the 80s. Was it 87?
No. It's 89, the year I was born. That's the only reason
nice.
I know it.
I knew it was around that time frame.
Oh, so now you can change to food. What is the common name for dried plums?
Prunes.
Prunes, yeah. What country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Ooh, this one's special.
Switzerland?
It is Switzerland. I would have thought America.
No, because Swiss chocolate is such a huge deal.
That's true.
That's the only reason I was like Switzerland.
But it's a huge deal, but this says consumes the most I assume that means like not produces or makes, they eat all.
They eat it, yeah.
I would still have thought America. The United States. What is the name given to Indian food cooked with over charcoal in a clay oven?
I don't know.
Tandoori.
Okay.
What was the first soft drink in space?
Coke.
Coca-Cola, yeah. What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? Non-alcoholic.
I mean, is it Coke?
No. It's tea.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
Which edible food never goes bad? We know this one.
We do?
You should. It's the only edible food that never goes bad. Even if it crystallizes, all you have to do is heat it up and it goes back to normal.
Honey?
Yes, honey.
Okay, all right.
Which country invented ice cream?
China.
China, yeah. Hendrix, Larios, and Seagram's are some of the best-selling brands of which spirit?
Vodka.
Get out of here. Hendrix does not make vodka, Sarah. It's gin, you fool. Jeez.
Seagram's makes vodka.
Seagram's makes everything, basically. But Hendrix doesn't make vodka. Anyways, from which country does Gouda cheese originate?
Ooh. France?
The Netherlands.
Oh.
Who created Sherlock Holmes?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah. What awards has an EGOT winner won?
An Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Yeah. Which member of the Beatles married Yoko Ono?
John Lennon.
Oh, we've done this one already. Let's see if you get it this time. What are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters?
Um, Anastasia
That's one of
and
them. It's a weird name.
Esmeralda. No,
Drusilla.
Drusilla. Yeah,
It's a weird name.
it is a weird name.
The biggest selling music single of all time is.
Oh shit.
We've done this one too.
We have.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
This is pretty much the same list that I just read off of that one time when we were sitting at the, what was it, Purple Rooster?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Candle in the Wind.
That's right. That's right.
When Walt Disney was a child, which character did he play in a school function?
Peter Pan.
Yes, Peter Pan. No one cares about kid-friendly trivia. I mean, we can do one. Who was the first president of the United States?
George Washington.
What were Jack and Jill going up the hill to fetch?
A pail of water.
What country is responsible for creating the Olympics?
Greece.
Yeah. How many colors are there in a rainbow? Roy G. Biv.
GB. So 5?
7.
7. Ooh.
Although that's only 6. Roy G. Biv is only 6. What color is a ruby?
Red.
Who is the patron saint of Ireland?
St. Patrick.
Yeah. So those are stupid.
Clearly I'm stupid. I couldn't get the one.
What is the loudest animal on Earth? A Karen.
Yes, a Karen. But I think it's actually a blue whale.
Sperm whale. Close.
Sperm.
It was a whale. What are the folds of skin on a cat's ears called?
Oh, I remember you asking this one, and I do not remember.
Henry's pockets or cutaneous marginal pouches?
Henry's pockets?
I have no idea. Let's look and see why that's called Henry's pockets.
I'm very confused.
I am too. That's a strange thing to call a cat's ears. Well, the folds. Sensual folds.
I think it's just funny that we have names for all these things.
Well, it's not even a cat. It just says in animal on anatomy. Wow. In animal anatomy, Henry's pockets, more formally known as the cutaneous marginal pouch, is a fold of skin forming an open pouch on the lower posterior part of the external ear. The pocket is situated in the approximate location of antergus. It's a weird word. Of the antergus in the human ear. It occurs in a number of species, including weasels and bats, and is particularly noticeable in the domestic cat and some dog breeds. Bobo has one.
Yeah.
The pocket is of unknown function, and it's unclear if it has any at all. However, one hypothesis is that it aids in the detection of high-pitched sounds by attenuating ATTENUATING.
Sounds right.
Lower pitches, especially when the ears are angled, common for a predator when hunting. Since the pocket occurs in a wide variety of mammalian species, it is likely a conserved feature from their common ancestor. But it doesn't say why it's called that, which is the only reason I wanted to know why it is called that. What else? What's the city with the most diversity in terms of language?
New York.
Yeah, it's called the melting pot of America.
Mm-hmm.
The ancient Phoenician city of Constantine is located in what modern-day Arab country?
Italy?
Is it an Arab country?
I didn't hear Arab.
Algeria.
Mm.
Which country borders 14 nations and crosses 8 time zones?
Luxembourg?
There's a war going on right now. Country.
Russia?
Russia. Yeah. Havana is the capital of what country?
Vienna?
Havana?
I thought you said Vienna. Havana, Cuba.
Yes. And then what country has the most natural lakes?
I don't know.
The country to the north, Canada.
Canada.
Canada, yeah. Let's see. Let's do one really quick fun one that's kind of a stupid. Let's do a dirty one. Dirty trivia.
Let's do a dirty one, he says. Okay.
Dirty trivia questions. Let's see.
Oh, God.
What's a 4-letter word that ends in K and means the same as intercourse?
Fuck.
That is a 4-letter word. No, the answer is talk. What is hairy on the outside but soft and wet on the inside, and whose word starts with the letter C and ends with a letter T? These are supposed to sound dirty, but the answers are not, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm realizing that, but I'm stuck
Hairy on the
dirty.
outside, soft and wet on the inside. Starts with a C and ends in a T.
Okay, you're closer to there. I have a coconut.
Yes, I was going to say, I'll give you a hint. It's a fruit. Arnold Schwarzenegger is big. Donald Trump's is small. And Madonna doesn't have one. What is it? Which this isn't true. A last name. It's not true. She has a last name.
Oh yeah, she just doesn't go by it.
Yeah, it's not well known. I go in hard but come out soft, and I never mind if you want to blow me. What am I?
Bubblegum.
Chewing gum, yeah, or bubblegum. That would be bubblegum, not chewing gum. What is at least 6 inches, goes in your mouth, and is more fun if it vibrates?
Toothbrush?
Toothbrush, yeah. Okay, you're getting good at these. What goes up, lets out a load, and then goes back down?
An elevator.
Yes, an elevator. Wow. That's funny. I would not have gotten that.
I'm dying right now, though, because internally.
We know what you're thinking internally, you dirty bird. What gets longer if pulled, fits snugly between breasts, slides neatly into a hole, chokes people when used incorrectly, and works well when jerked?
I have not a fucking clue.
This one's really weird. So, gets longer if pulled, snugly between breasts, neatly in a hole, and chokes people when used incorrectly.
Not a clue.
A seatbelt.
Oh.
When I go in, I can cause pain. I'll fill your holes when you ask me to. I also ask that you spit and not swallow. What am I?
A dentist?
A dentist, yeah. What's long and hard and has cum in it?
A dick.
I mean, not all dicks are long, Sarah. That's very rude. Very presumptuous.
Oh my God.
That's the word cum in it. Or the letter cum in it. Long, hard, and it has cum in it.
A vacuum?
I mean, possibly, but it's cucumber is what this answer is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, two more. What does every woman have that starts with a V and that she can use to get what she wants?
A voice.
A voice, yeah. What does a cow have four of that a woman only has two?
Stomachs? No.
You
No.
only have three.
Humans don't have two stomachs, though.
That's true. That didn't even cross my mind. Jeez. So, what does a cow have four of that a woman only has two?
Legs.
Legs. I actually want to do a couple more because these are funny. It's fun to do, but you hate knowing your parents do it too. What is it?
I have not a clue.
This one's kind of odd. It's Facebook.
Oh.
Every man has one. Some are big, some are small. It feels great when you blow it, but it drips if you aren't careful. What is it?
A nose?
It's not a penis. It's a nose. I have a... Oh, gosh. This one's hard to read. I have a stiff shaft. My tip penetrates. I come with a quiver. What am I?
An arrow.
An arrow. God. Over 1,000 people went down on me. Just a statement. No. Over 1,000 people went down on me. I wasn't a maiden for long. Something really big and hard ripped me open. What am I?
The Titanic?
And the Titanic. You're good at these. What is most rewarding when it's long and hard? That's not true.
A day's work.
A college education. This is not. That's stupid.
Oh, no. Like,
Some
don't get me wrong. I love learning, but...
Some people prefer being on top. Others prefer being on the bottom. And it always involves a bed.
Bunk bed.
Bunk bed.
I had a bunk bed back in the day.
Oh, there's only two more. So we'll do two more and then we're done. I think. Nope, there's a few more. Three. Oh, no, just two. Sorry. Duh. You get a lot of it. You get a lot if you're important and successful. You get less when you're just starting out. Sometimes do it with yourself if you need to, but it's a lot better when it's with others. This one's long and convoluted.
Yeah.
Hit their emails.
Emails. Oh, yeah.
I assist an erection. Sometimes big balls hang from me. I'm called a big swinger. What am I?
Oh, I mean, I know what it is.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. It's the thing that like holds a crane.
Yes. Well, that was fun.
I was gonna say the thing that Miley Cyrus was swinging on.
That's a wrecking ball.
Wrecking ball. Yeah, off the crane.
I have a child that is staring at me.
Hi, Bobo.
He just went to the bathroom, so I don't know why he is standing there staring at me.
He wants you to love him, hug him, and keep him forever.
We both know he doesn't want me to hug him.
I loved that picture you sent where he was trying to escape.
So funny. All right. So just kind of a quick reminder and wrap up. We are changing our upload schedule. Before we were uploading every Friday. Now we're going to be uploading Mondays instead of every Friday. Although we weren't really consistent with the every Friday either. So when we do actually manage to upload, we will upload on Mondays instead of Fridays. As always, if you would, feel free to follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram is NowAboutThatPod. And then if you have any suggestions of topics or comments you would like to send in to us, our email address is nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. So feel free to follow us on Instagram, shoot us an email at nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. And always remember to subscribe on all of the podcasting systems and give us a like, comment, or rating on any of them if you would like to. Or if you don't, that's fine too. Like we've said, we're really just here for the fun.
Yep.
If we end up getting money from this, that's cool too. All right, so we will let you guys go. Enjoy. We're recording this on a Friday, so enjoy your weekend. Or when you listen to this on Monday, hopefully you had a good weekend.
Yep.
And we will talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.